Thank you for watching the Solid Sports and Gaming channel. You're watching another presentation of the Solid Sports video blog. Today's date is May 7th, 2022. This is episode 179 of the Sports Blog. I'm Troy West here with you as always. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Been a very interesting week of sports. We'll cover it all. Give you a little MLB update as the season is in full swing now. NBA playoff update as the Conference Simis get into the nitty-gritty here. There's a lot of big game threes today. Celtics, Bucks later on this afternoon, and Grizzlies, Warriors the nightcap. They both series tied at 1. Big wins for the Mavericks and the Sixers yesterday to stay alive in their series. Well, to not go down 3-0. So we'll look into all that. Latest in the NFL, Tyrann Mathieu signed with the Saints. Earl Thomas in a little bit of trouble. And speaking of that, we'll talk about the Seahawks as well, how the interesting moves they made or what they talking about. Just interested in that, so we'll talk about that today. We're still going to do the division by division. We're going to start it next week. I think it'd be better to start it next week once the NBA playoffs get a little bit more. I might wait till the conference finals. So the show won't drag on so long. So I probably start it once the conference finals come. So it could be next week or the week after. We'll start going division by division. Teams had rookie mini caps this week as well for your respective teams. So, but we'll start doing division by division. Like I said, we're going to do the NFC East first when we do start it. So stay tuned for that. And just a quick update on the channel. Other projects that I'm doing with the video game playthroughs and everything else, like Song of the Deep. That's been my main project I've been doing this week. I'm gonna try to do an MLB The Show video today as well. I was just having a little bit of time off till 3 o'clock. Everybody that knows me, that be following me though, get my little Saturday couple hours off that I gotta take the house back over. But I have some time off tomorrow. Sunday I usually don't. When I am off, I usually don't do much on Sundays because I go hang out with my brother. So I don't do a lot of video game playthroughs and nothing, no videos or nothing. So, but let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I don't have a lot of baseball fans that follow me or that I know, but I'm a baseball fan, so I'm always going to talk about it a little bit. Let me go and get into my fan bag real quick. I'm a Atlanta Braves fan, which I wear proudly all the time. You can see it on my Instagram. I'm a Braves fan, but my man Ronald Acuna Jr. is back. Had a big home run last night despite the loss to the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers quietly off to a great start as well during the season. But I'm just happy to see Ronald back, even though Eddie Rosario I think is on the shelf now. But I think we'll get it together. But I think we need the Braves need to turn it on because you got the Mets playing very, very well. They run away with the division, really. But this is an actual playoff team. Even somehow, if the Braves don't win the division, I still think they'd be a wild card. But you never want to rely on that. You want to win a division to get out that wild card round. So, but I appreciate him being back. He's been playing pretty well. So hopefully. The Braves will get on a little bit of a run, but this is a tough series with Milwaukee. They lost the first game. They probably got 2 left. So hopefully they can win the next 2 somehow, get some momentum going into next week. But just a full update. Like I said, let's stay internationally. Like I said, the Brewers off to a start. Let me pull up the standings. I think they got a sizable lead in the Central. The NL West is real interesting to me. Pretty much every team over 500. I believe in that division. The East, like I said, is all New York Mets right now. I think my Braves still in second place, but everybody else is under 500 in that division. So, I just, just about this part of the season, like I said, you got to just stay alive, stay, near 500 or better. Like I said, if you get off to a good start, that's fine as well. But by the All-Star break, that's where you really start seeing teams separate and get on those mini runs. But yeah, right now, like I said, the Mets, the Miami Marlins, 12-14. Okay, my Braves is 12-16. Philly at 11-15. Washington 9-19. So Like I said, the teams that though had 10 wins, though Cincinnati 3-22. Wow. Only won 3 games. Is that correct? Like, wow. Man, let me check that out. That kind of jumped off it, but I didn't know that. They only got 3 wins out of 25 games. That's not good at all. Wow. And the Reds, I thought they would be somewhat competitive this year. Wow. Hey, I'm sorry. I kind of took a turn, and now I'm interested. Like, is this? No, this is not a misprint. They 3-22. Wow, that's bad. Wow. Okay, that's a page jumper. Here's the West. Yeah, everybody with 500. Even Arizona is 14-13 at last. But Cincinnati, the Dodgers, they cooled down a little bit because they was pretty much like they was about to run away. But San Diego is right there. Well, actually, they tied for first by percentage points and whatever. They got 2 more wins, but they have 2 more losses than the Dodgers do. So, okay, Rockies 15-11. So, yeah. So, but the Reds 3-22. Wow, didn't know that at all. Okay. So, in the American League, you got the Yankees at 18-17. Well, this is a strong division. Of course, the East, Tampa's 17-10, Toronto 16-11. Like I said, Toronto is my World Series team from the American League. Orioles, of course, I'm from Baltimore, so I follow the Orioles. They 10-16, not bad. Boston 10-17. They must have lost last night, so now we officially in 4th place. Minnesota, which I talked about them last week, still playing pretty well, 16-11. Then the rest of the division still try to. I think the White Sox is going to push back. Of course, Kansas City, Detroit, like I said, still feel, they sort of rebuilding. LA Angels 18-10. I mean, is this the year they really finally break through and do something? Houston always going to be around. They 16-11. Everybody else at the final. Seattle at 12-15. Texas 10-14. Oakland 10-16. Mets 19-9. And everybody else, like I said, which I already mentioned. But wow, I didn't know the Reds was doing that bad. Wow, or any team, So they pretty much done. Like you're too big of a hole. You gotta dig yourself out of the hole that you might be able to dig out of. Even if they turn it on and start winning, you're just too far behind. That's why it's not good to start off that bad. But 3-22. I understand nobody talking about it, but wow, that's bad. I'm gonna check on them next week because if they still doing that bad, I'm gonna just look into them just to be interested in it. But that sort of jumped out at me, so I apologize. That wasn't even on my agenda. But that's not good. 3 out of 25, you pretty much get finished. So maybe they have injuries, maybe something deeper going on. But that's not a good start at all to be this far into the season. 1 month into the season, you only got 3 wins. That's just, it's terrible, basically. No offense to any Reds fans out there, but it's gonna be a miracle if you guys get back into it. Alright, so that's my baseball talk for the week. This was the vent, but that's just, like I said, that jumped out at me, so I had to say something. NBA playoffs. Playoffs, man. So far, like, the playoffs have been amazing. They've been great, been entertaining. We got 2 more games today, 2 game 3s. Boston Celtics, the 2 seed against the 3 seeded Bucks. They tied at a game apiece as they split it at Boston. Grizzlies, Warriors, same thing. Warriors at home for game 3 as they the 2. The Grizzlies are the 2. The Warriors are the 3rd seed. But they both split it at 1-1. Last night, Heat went into Philadelphia down up 2-0. Joel Embiid came back. Wasn't his normal stuff offensively. Struggled a little bit, but he still had other impacts on defense. When you hold a team to 79 points, of course, it's the defense. But he played pretty well. His presence out there was great. But Tyrese Maxey, James Harden played better as well. I still think the Philly bench got to do better. I think need a little bit more from Thibault and I always forget. Just the other Philly players, the role players, got to come back and do better. But that was a good game win last night. Jimmy Butler did his thing. He had 30 points, but everybody else was pretty much non-consistent. Tyler Hero didn't play as well. All those role guys didn't play as well as they normally do at home. So Tobias Harris, that's what I was stuck on stupid on. I think him and Dabo, I think they're key for the Sixers to really move on. I think Harden gonna give you what he gives you. Tyrese Maxey's been a little, I want to say inconsistent because he's played well all year, but he'll disappear for a game here and there. But he had a monster game last night to help them win. Won by 20, 99-79. I think Game 4 is going to be huge, just like this game was huge. I think Philly if they have a chance, they have to win Game 4 to make this win even bigger. To get the series split. Get it back tied at 2 to go back to Miami. I think Joel Embiid is going to play better as the series go on. He looked comfortable though to me, like with the mask going. I don't think the mask, some people say sometimes it takes a while to get used to that mask, but Sixers definitely need him. Even though, like I said, he still he had 21 points, but I think his presence out there really, I think that pumped up the Sixers team as well, pumped up the crowd. But I think he'll be better in Game 4, but we'll see if they can get the win. Miami just a deep team. Can the guys around Butler, Kyle Lowry, he started. I think it was his first game in the series as well. He's been out. Can those guys come back? Because Jimmy Butler, to be a very underrated player, how consistent he is in his leadership as well. But we'll see how things go. But that was a huge win for the Sixers today. Of course, nobody never came back from 3-0, so pretty much they irregularly had to win this game, and they did. And the Dallas Mavericks did the same. Getting home, beating Phoenix. Their defense was a lot better as well. Luka Doncic, I just like to see him play, man. Like he's unbelievable. Jalen Brunson showed up. He actually led them in scoring with 28. But I think they bench got to get better. I think Spencer Dinwiddie, those role guys got to get a little bit better. No Tim Hardaway Jr. To me, I think that's a loss, a big loss to me, in my opinion. But they got the win though, and they played better on the defensive end. But Phoenix will play a lot better. Cameron Payne, wow, I wonder what was going on with him. He didn't score at all. Chris Paul and Devin Booker still was, did they thing here and there, but pretty much everybody else, like DeAndre Ayton, like he was a monster the first 2 games, but he didn't come up big last night at all. The other role players, Cam Johnson, so those guys gotta play better. But it's just like I just said about the Heat series. Dallas had to win this game. They didn't want to go down 3-0. But you gotta win Game 4 as well. You don't want to go back to Phoenix down 3-1. So gonna be some interesting games for us. I think both of them is tomorrow. I think, let me just be sure, should be. Then you got, like I said, you got Milwaukee, Boston, and Warriors, Grizzlies tonight at 8:30. Bucks, Celtics start at 3:30, and tomorrow Suns, Mavs. That's the early game, 3:30. And then the 8 o'clock game, TNT has that. Heat, Sixers, Game 4. So both games is tomorrow. So, but let's talk about these 2 games today real quick. Boston, Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee will win this game. I think they played, since they coming off the loss, I think Giannis will play better. Giannis ain't really played well offensively in this series. But he's done other things, like he controlled Game 1 with the pace. But I think it'll be something like that today. I'm definitely going to watch that game later on. Celtics, to me, though, like with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, when they on, is on. Even though Jaylen Brown struggled to basically they took halves. Jaylen Brown had the first half, and Jason Tatum had the second half. But if they could put it together something more consistent, then Boston, of course, definitely gonna be a tough out. But Giannis got to play better on the offensive end. And like I said, I think they is missing Chris Middleton, the other scorer. Drew Holiday, he's great, but offensively he's up and down. They're going to need somebody. Grayson Allen, to me, like I said, people dismiss Grayson Allen, but I think he's a great player. He'd be a good number three guy. I just think he's talented enough. Get those role players going. Bobby Portis, been huge for them. So I think going home, I think that's going to electrify them. I see Milwaukee winning this game, taking a 2-1 lead. And I got the win of the series, by the way. I got the win of the East, period. So, of course, I got the win of this series. Grizzlies, Warriors. To me, I don't know. Both games been so close. Like, really, either of these teams could be up 2-0. I think, of course, they lost Dylan Brooks for this game. He did get suspended for that foul on Gary Payton II. And I think it's because he wound up getting hurt. I don't think it is dirty as some people say it is. But, you can't, today's NBA, you just can't do it. You can't swing, hit somebody in the head. He did hit him in the head. But I really think he was trying to go for the block, in my opinion, But everybody keeps saying it's not about intent, and it's not necessarily. But then, if intent don't have a lot to do with it, then how do you judge, Because these are judgmental decisions, like him being suspended. But I think he got suspended because Gary Payton will be out for a while. They say if the Warriors make it to the finals, he could be back for that, but he's definitely out the next basically month because he got a fractured elbow. So I think with that happened, I think why they put Brooks the suspension. But I think the Warriors will win this game tonight. Even though I flipped on this, I had the Grizzlies get to the Western Conference Finals, but the way the Warriors played in the first round, and then I thought about the experience. I was like the Warriors will win this series, but I think them going home as well. I think Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, they do for big games. They've been sort of inconsistent the first two games. They got by game one. But Ja Morant, he had 47 the last game. Can somebody control him? Because he's been the X factor. I was saying it was Draymond Green, which he has been. Draymond Green's been huge too. But if Ja plays like this, it's going to be hard for the Warriors to win this series. So, but nevertheless, it's going to be a good series. But I think the Warriors will go home, get that momentum, get that crowd behind them. I think they'll win tonight. I think it'll be still fairly close, but I think it won't be down to the last. But I think the Warriors are sort of coast and win this game. Like I said, the Dylan Brooks suspicion is huge. I think that we're really going to miss that. Can somebody help out Ja, be consistent? I think Jared Jackson, that's the guy I would look at. Go inside, get some easy buckets. Desmond Bain, can he continue to do what he's been doing? The Grizzlies going to need help. I think Ja, even if he have a monster game offensively, I think this time it's not going to be enough. I think they need somebody else to step up. So, but both games are interesting tonight. Today. So, big game 3. So the winner of this game will definitely be in control, especially if the road team wins. If the Grizzlies wind up winning or Boston, that would really help them take their home court back. So, but I just think both home teams will win specifically tonight. But like I said, I still got the Warriors winning the series in a long series, 6 or 7 games. Same with Milwaukee over Boston. So I think this would be the game that kept the counterpost both teams. So that's what I see is going on. That's an update, NBA playoff update. Of course, by next week should be either close to these series being over or already in the conference finals. So if that being said, like I said, I'll probably start my NFL division roundabout. That's what I'm gonna call it, the roundabout. So we'll go by every division week by week. So speaking of the NFL, let's get into that. Just a few signing news. The veteran outside linebacker Van Noy from the Patriots, he signed with the Chargers. The Chargers are trying to. I think they really try to go for it this year. Justin Herbert got the young quarterback. I think they trying to take advantage of that, try to win something before he get his money. Because they got a lot of pass rushers to try to neutralize Mahomes and now Russell Wilson. Derek Carr, you got to put him. You got to get some respect to Derek Carr. Like I said, I put up a short a couple weeks ago about him getting paid because he just got a contract. And one Raider fan commented in there and said he ain't happy, but now that they got Devontae Adams, so that division, I can't wait till we preview that division. That division is. Man, all 4 teams might make the playoffs, possibly, depending on how the AFC. But the AFC is just deep. But both the NFL is deep. Like it's not back in the 90s, you pretty much knew who was going to be good, who was going to be bad. But now the NFL, even the bad teams are not that bad. Of course, you're going to have some teams that struggle because everybody can't win every game. But it's really no turbulent team. Only team you can really be sure about. And it just popped in my mind. It's like Houston, because you don't know what they're going to do. Maybe Detroit, because I don't like Jared Goff, so I think Detroit got a ceiling. I think everybody else has potential to do something. Like I said, we're going to do the NFC East, the whole NFC East as fast. Well, maybe the Giants. But I think the Giants still have some talent there that they can surprise some people. Washington, I liked them last year. This year, not so much. Even though I like Carson Wentz, I think they'd be better. But if that defense don't show up, that'd be null and void. But Dallas is Dallas. They get sending in their own way, as we all know. But Philadelphia, what they have done on both sides of the ball, it's going to be up to Jalen Hurts. Can he really take that next step? Because if he can, then I'm about to say the Sixers, got the Sixers on my mind. The Eagles will be formidable next year. But that was a big signing, and Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, signed with the Saints. He said he'd been looking at the opportunity for a while, so Saints get stronger. They replaced Malcolm Jenkins, who retired, so I think that's a good move. And he's from down there in Louisiana. He went to LSU, so I think be more to home. Saints is an interesting team as well this year. Jameis Winston bounced back from his injury and from his play. The last time he really was a consistent quarterback. The Michael Thomas situation, how that's going to go down. Alvin Kamara is also rumbling, saying he won't get paid. So can they get them both back on the field? So the Saints going to be interested next year. Because that's really, to me, that's the only challenge Tampa Bay has. Because Atlanta and Carolina, I don't know what they're doing. Atlanta, I like Marcus Mariota though. I think he's not going to be terrible, but I just think he's just not good enough. And Carolina, what they're going to do with Sam Darnold, they was trying to get Deshaun Watson, but they wound up not getting him. But how is that going to work out? Sam Darnold, there's still rumors about Baker. But we'll see with that. But those two teams, to me, are clearly the two worst teams in that division. Saints has something there, but can they challenge Tampa now that Tom Brady is coming back? I think it's their division to lose, just like it was last year, really. So, but I think that was a huge signing. I want to talk about Earl Thomas. I mean, sort of far from grace, man. This guy was a perennial safety in the NFL. He had to fall really since he fell out with the Seahawks a few years ago. Just hasn't been the same guy. Had some off the field issues. He got a warrant for his arrest for threatening his ex-wife or his wife. But I think that story is not as big as it seems, because I read some of the details. I would recommend you go read them as well. And I don't like to really get to people personally. Really, this is his personal life put out there. Basically, I think he just having a custody. I would call it a custody battle. Basically, he'll get to see his children, so he's frustrated. But his wife, like I said, she has background questions as well. So you could go read just look up Earl Thomas. I'm sure the article will pop up. Actually, she pulled a gun on him before and got arrested. So they already have a volatile, relationship anyway. But as far as just to stay on Earl, he's I don't know, man. I don't know what happened with Seattle. That was a big fallout. We wound up breaking this leg in the middle of the season. I want to say 2018, I think, because he played at NFL since 2019, which was hard. When I read that, I was like, dang, he didn't play. That's been 3 years. It's been that long. I know he always was really much open about it. He wanted to go to Dallas to play for the Cowboys. He came here with the Ravens. That didn't work out. We wound up letting him go. Said it was some locker room issues, whatever. At the time, and when you don't hear details, you just say you just look at the player. Look, he's a good player. We need him, But the Ravens orders, they said I don't question them. They always made the right decisions. Period. So. Other than the Ray Rice thing, like I said, that's the only thing I think, they should have stuck with Ray Rice for a little bit longer. But anyway, that's the ship that's definitely sailed. And I talked about that, I think, last week a little bit. But I question, is his career over? Is anybody going to want to touch him? I don't know. I think with this situation, you got to see how that goes, because he is, I guess going to turn himself in because he threatened his wife. So we'll see how that situation goes. But if he ain't played since 2019, that's what, to me, race, because that's what the NFL gets you on. And even with Ray Rice, once you've been out the league a few years and you're on the older side, and then you got the issues off the field, the NFL just rather not deal with it. And I think that's what might be unfortunately happening to Earl Thomas. I think he should get another chance. Maybe Dallas should sign him, But I think he's going to have to helmet himself as well, kind of be somewhat of a role player, not be every down player. He would have to, try to fit in when you get in. And then, if things go your way, then, you might could be at the top of his game again. But, yeah, that's just a bad situation. It could be. I wouldn't be surprised if he don't get signed, even though he's vocalized that he do want to still play in the NFL. So, like I said, but he's a great player. Well, he was, or still is, So hopefully he can get his opportunity. But it's just, if you go, like I said, look him up and just look at what's going on with him. Like I said, he's wrong too. He's in the wrong, But like I said, his wife ain't. Let's just say she's not innocent either. Some of the stuff that I've read. So I say you go check it out, make your own judgment. But hopefully you get an opportunity. But to me, the way the NFL is, and then now since he played in 3 seasons basically, that's what they're going to try to hold against him. So he's going to have to probably, even if it's a team he don't want to play for, probably just show that he could be relied on, because that's the thing that's probably more than anything. Is he reliable? Is he going to be compliant? Is he going to, fit in the locker room? Because that was the issue here in Baltimore. That's why they let him go. So, but I wish him luck. Hopefully he get another job. I want to talk about Seattle Seahawks as well, because the draft is over. This was just a weak draft by most standards. Wasn't a lot of quarterbacks in this draft. Wasn't a lot of standout guys in this draft. Wasn't that one draft pick? The overall pick was questionable. Everybody said that he should have been drafted number 1. But anyway, Seahawks came out and said they ain't going to trade for a quarterback. The only person really, I think, the starter who's slated to start is Drew Lock. They got Geno Smith, I think, is still there. But Drew Lock, I'm not, he's all right. But he could do better. Now, there's been rumors that they are, Baker is definitely interested in probably going to Seattle, but the Seahawks interested in him. But Seattle always keep things under. They was touching on, for example, they was kept talking about Kaepernick, they would give him a chance, this and this and that, but they never did it. So I don't know what the Seattle Seahawks are thinking. I think if you could get Baker, because I think only why Baker ain't being traded for, because they know that it's no way, even though now people try to say it's possible he could come. I just don't see it happen. I'd be shocked if he's still a Brown, like I said, by a training camp. Like, I'd be shocked. I think Cleveland will just wind up having to cut him. And I think that's what teams are waiting on. Then you might see more issues, from other teams. I don't think they want to give up no draft picks for him. I think that's what's going on, in my opinion. But Seattle definitely losing Russell Wilson. They definitely need a quarterback. They got talent there. I like DK Metcalf. Like I said, I like what he brings to the table as a receiver. To me, he's the next big receiver. I could have a great career, but he's going to need a quarterback. Tyler Lockett is still pretty good. I just think what hurt Seattle, which has been hurting them for years, is that offensive line, which hopefully they improved on in the draft. And the running game has been inconsistent since Marshawn Lynch. Really, since Marshawn Lynch left, they haven't had. You had flashes of guys like Carson and other guys back there, but they either get hurt or they disappear. So, but Seattle's gonna be interesting, because of that division. They pretty much, everybody probably got them last already, finishing in the West, NFC West. Arizona got some drama going on right now with Kyler Murray. Now Deandre Hawkins, which I didn't even write on here, but I wanted to talk about that as well. His PED bust. And like I said, I even throw baseball in here. Like, my personal opinion about PEDs, yes, it's wrong, and I think it's some form of cheating. But to me, I don't know. It just don't. I'm not gonna say it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna go that far, but I guess it depends on the situation. DeAndre Hopkins was hurt last year. Maybe, he's saying, see, I don't get this either. Like, somebody had to tell me this. They think the test was positive in November. They reported, right? So why he get busted right then and there? Like, as soon as you get a positive test. Why it dragged on to the off season, and now he gets suspended next season. So that I want questions about that. I need the answers about that. But as far as what him is, he's saying that he knows what he put in his body. That must have been a mistake or whatever. But probably one of the shows I watched made a good point, like, why you ain't get on top of it? Because I guess you know about it. I guess it's under wraps by everybody else, because we just find it out. But I think once you get positive tests, you know about it right then and there. So they said that, he should have disputed it then or whatever. But like I said, he was injured last year, so maybe he was trying to get back on the field faster or something like that. But like I said, I'm not saying, I don't know, maybe it's I guess I'm not the expert. But I'm saying, maybe they should make certain PEDs illegal, laws that don't hurt you, in the long term effect, But I don't know, I don't know. I mean, rules are rules, so you can't break the rules. I'm not saying break the rules, but I just don't. Sometimes it just don't. I don't judge somebody off of that. But baseball is a whole different ball game, because, like I said, I blame baseball for their issues with PEDs, even though now they crack down on it. But back in the 90s and 2000 or whatever, how far you want to go back, baseball allowed it to happen. We wouldn't have had Sosa, McGuire in 98. Like I said, Barry Bonds, I don't judge Barry Bonds at all. I think he saw what was going on, and he was already a great player. That and that's honestly damn, could have still done the home run is probably not, but he still was a great player. You can't take that away from him, and I don't blame him for whatever he did. We don't, it's still mostly. I mean, it's pretty much obvious, but it's still more alleged. Anyway, I'm not one of those fans say, oh my God, you're a cheater and all this other stuff. You don't know the situation behind the scenes. So, but you should still never break the rules. If you know these are the rules, then you shouldn't break them. So, I don't agree with that. But as far as why, I'm just thinking a player don't really want to do it, unless you have to. But DeAndre Hopkins, I guess I'm gonna wait for more details to give a full judgment. But he said basically it had to be some mistake and why he had a positive test. But he's out the first 6 games of the season, so that's gonna hurt the Cardinals. You know, they just traded Hollywood Brown. So I think the Cardinals is sort of in purgatory. I think they'd be third, like they're a strong third, and then you got the Rams and the 49ers. I think they'd be the 2 top teams next season. Well, the Niners, you got questions as well, like what they gonna do with Jimmy Garoppolo, you know, things of that nature. The Rams are pretty much solid. If they bring back the same team, they still be decent. You know, they lost Von Miller, but Aaron Donald still is Aaron Donald on defense. Jalen Ramsey as well. So, but as far as like Odell Beckham, is he going to be signed back? He's still out there. I think they should sign him back though. But as far as Seattle, like I don't know, it seems like they don't know what they want to do, and that's going to be a problem by the season coming here. So actually, that's it. You know, that's all I wanted to touch on today. NHL Playoffs. If you're a hockey fan, they've got started. I try to do some research on that. Like I said, I'm not a huge hockey fan, but I do like the NHL Playoffs. I think they changed it so many times too. Like they changed the formats and stuff. So I don't know how the matchups is and stuff now. But I'll do some research. I might talk about that a little bit next week. USFL, you still got that. I see a lot of fans. I was in a chat, and a lot of fans don't like it. They basically said fake NFL and all that. Like I said, I mean, it ain't like it's going against, like, if it was, they would have no chance if they tried to play the same time the NFL played. We know that. I mean, just, to me, it's football. Just enjoy it a little bit, you know. Get a little football in, you know, like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, and like I said, I like the gameplay. It ain't been sloppy, you know, like, yeah, you know it's not the NFL, but it ain't sloppy play. You don't see a lot of penalties, at least the games that I watch, you know. It's a smooth game. It's not sloppy and you know, out of place. So I enjoy it. So it's a game tonight. We got basketball, but I might still, you know, go back and forth, watch both. You know, mostly watch the basketball game though, I ain't gonna lie, but I check it out. But you know, if you're a football fan, I mean, yeah, it's not the NFL, but it's still football, so I've been watching here and there. I wanted to give an update on the channel. Like I said, I've been doing Song of the Deep. I might, you know what I'm saying, I might do one today sometime. But I'm definitely going to do it. It'll be 22 to show. I'm going to take a little nap and get up and record that video. It'll be the Mets and the Giants. Season game, but an exhibition. I called the game last week. I'm not going to call this game. I'm going to let the announcer do it. I'm just going to play it out. So check that out. That'll probably be posted around 2. I'll probably get up around 12:30ish, 12 o'clock, and play that game out. And then if I got time, I might go ahead and throw a Song of the Deep video on top of that. Then I'll be done probably till Monday. I probably won't be doing any videos. So Sunday, I'm off, and I'm going to be off, period. I'm not going to post any videos or anything. I might do a sports short or something, but that'll be it. But yeah, that's what's going on with that. You'll see some Call of Duty Vanguard videos thrown in there here and there randomly, you know, because I like to play free for all. So you'll see a video pop up here and there with that. But that's it, man. Like, you know, I'm gonna post something on Instagram in a little while once this video get posted, and I edit it the way I want it to. Well, add in, I would say edit, because it's not really being edited, really. Like I said, thanks to all my supporters. I appreciate you guys. Helping Hearts 88, we ain't been talking the last couple of days, so hopefully she's been doing well. TBQD, like I said, I connected on Instagram. That's why another reason why I got on Instagram. It's easy to connect with people. So I put my Instagram handle in the description box. I've been trying to do it. Sometimes I forget. You can check me out on Instagram, you know, for little updates here and there. I'll tell you what's going on with the channel, things of that nature. But yeah, I can't, like I said, I can't wait till the summer because, like I said, some games coming out really in June and July. It's like definitely one game I can tell you. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. I'm definitely gonna be on that, and Sonic Origins as well. So they're two projects you could definitely look forward to in the summertime. And I still do MLB The Show, Vanguard, Call of Duty Vanguard. So check my channel out. Like I said, Song of the Deep. To update that, we in the deep light, which is if you've been following, we gotta turtle the deep light under the sea. You gotta figure it out. It's like a puzzle. And I'm sorry about yesterday's video. Like I said, when I'm during the week, when I do my recordings, I be working at the same time. Like I forgot, one of my residents, well, two of them stay home, but the rest of them leave during the daytime. So I be having more freedom a little bit. But sometimes, you know, I might have to stop and get something more, you know, things of that nature, or I might get interrupted. So, but it was still a nice video. But we right at the deep light, so we gotta figure out that puzzle. You gotta play with these lights and stuff like that. So check that video out if you wanna know. I won't go into details, start rambling. But yeah, go check it out. Song of the Deep, my project. It's a playlist there. I listen to videos from 1 to 8, so I think 9. The next video will be the 9th one, which might be today. If not, definitely Monday. So that'll do it this week. Thank you guys, like I said, for the support. Join me next week. Like I said, we have more NBA playoffs. Like I said, the Conference Simis should be either wrapping up, or it might be some teams already in the conference finals. We'll cover that. Any more baseball news, we'll cover that. I'll probably pick a subject here and there to talk about that. NFL always, year round, always have news, but if not, like I said, we might could start our division round about next week. We're going to do the NFC East first. I decided to do the East first because that's one of the most interesting divisions. And make sure you join me for that. So thanks so much. Like I said, thanks for the support once again. Y'all enjoy your weekend. I'm in the Northeast. I'm in Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland to be exact. It's raining. It's been nasty since last night, really all week long, off and on. But this weekend is kind of washed out. So, but still, if you can get out and do something, definitely do that. So thanks so much for all the support. I'll go ahead and get a nap in before I gotta go back to work. And I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I push hard. Been trying to stay positive with the channel. Like I said, still stuff going on behind the scenes, just like in life, you know. So, but like I said, I want to hold on to this channel. My beard, how my beard looking? I put on Instagram, I was trying to grow my beard, but I don't grow full beard, so, but it looks kind of nice on the camera right now. But I just don't like the little excess hairs, like, you know, I don't have sideburns, so. But I'm gonna try to grow the beard, even though it's backwards, it's getting warm. You know, well, I might lose my. I'm thinking about. I don't know if I'm gonna keep my mustache, because if this don't connect, I'll probably just lose the mustache and just keep everything here and just don't have a mustache. That's what I might do. Just a little different. I always like to do little different looks here and there. I might get my hair cut short as well. So, but anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Check me out all week long. I do shorts. Or YouTube, the little minute shorts. I like to do that with sports. Like I said, I appreciate your comments. I like to, you know, pick people's brains, you know, have a conversation, you know, even though it seems like I'm a non-conversation type of guy, but especially when it comes to sports, I be hoping somebody comment so we can, you know, share ideas or share our opinions. So definitely feel free to do that on anything, or any video that I do. And I appreciate you guys' support. And I'll see you next week. Thank you so much. We'll be at episode 180. Try to, if I make it to 200, I said I would try to plan something, do something kind of fun. It might have to be a live stream if I can. All right, people. Love you guys so much. Peace and love always. I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your week. Stay healthy. Stay blessed. One day I was throwing this out there real quick. I almost forgot about it. It's a YouTube thing. People probably don't even really know who Cam was. I really didn't. I mean, I knew him. I heard about him, but he passed away. Was it yesterday? The day before, I think Thursday morning. If you're in the YouTube world, you probably do know who Kevin Samuels is. Now, I never watched the guy. I just seen little clips here and there. Basically, he was like a relationship expert. But everybody, all the YouTubers making videos and stuff like that. Now, like I said, I don't judge nobody what they do. Like I said, that's something I never really touch on. But I only wanted to throw it out there because there's people celebrating that he passed away, especially women, because he's like real hard on women, basically. Make a long story short, he basically tell the truth. And that's always somebody gonna hate you for that, regardless of what the truth is. Somebody gonna hate you for telling the truth. So, but rest in peace. I didn't know the guy. I didn't follow him that much. I just heard him through other YouTubers that I watch, basically. But that was the biggest YouTube story out there. So I don't like if somebody is celebrating the man's death, and then the way I'm trying to wait for more information, but the way he died might be kind of funny. So, but I just want to throw that out there because I'm sort of watch those type of I watch different YouTubers. So, but that's been the biggest story in the YouTubeverse. So, but anyway, I'm out of here. Let me stop rambling. I'm Troy West. Thank you so much. Peace and love always. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.